I love that intro, man. Bam, it hit so hard. I did so much work, bro. I love that intro. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. Can you feel the energy? I'm back in the home studio. I'm standing up. Let's go, baby. I'm not sitting down like I used to be the last 2 weeks at my mom's house. I am home, baby. I am home. It feels good to be home with each and every one of you. Let's break down the charts like we do every single day. I got 6 screens around me instead of 2, so I got to get used to how things are back here at the home stew. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Thank you for jumping on in. Appreciate each and every one of you for kicking it with me. I love y'all. Y'all mean the most to me. I'm just excited to be back home, baby. A little more echo back home. You know, we got a little more ceiling action here. I can feel that. Shout out to everybody here on the live. I appreciate you all. Let's get it in. Let's get that music back up and running, and let's get into the charts. You know, it is a slow Saturday morning for Bitcoin. Shout out to everybody here in the live. So morning, Sam. Sam is the man. Good morning, Sam. Looking fresh this morning. Shout out to Caps Crypto. Shout out to John Sanks. Shout out to Jebatron. Shout out to everybody here on the live. Appreciate each and every one of you. Appreciate all of you for being here. Let's break down Bitcoin like we do every single day. I see an inverted head and shoulder. I see a diamond reversal pattern that I just saw right now as I said it. Like as I said it, my mom was like, oh my gosh, that's a diamond. You know what I mean? Sorry, but that is a diamond. Who else sees the diamond? I didn't see it till right now. That's why I love being here and watching TA together. I'm insane out of my mind. Let's go. But I just like, if I didn't do TA obsessively with each and every one of you, I wouldn't have seen this diamond. If a diamond breaks in from the top, it usually breaks out of the top. That's just what happens most of the time. I'm not telling you what's going to happen. I'm just telling you what is supposed to happen based on probability, all right? We got a point of control here. If we get above this red line on the 7-minute here at 26,000, and it's prevalent, we have a gap in the VRVP all the way back up to 26,460, 26,500. So chances are we could see more, right? Can I be bigger? Do I need to be bigger? Do you want me to be bigger? I got space. Do I got space? How far can I stretch? Yeah. Yo, follow me on Twitter if you can. I really appreciate it. At CryptoLifer33. All right. Let me know how you feel. Follow me on Twitter. Break it down. All right. See, there you go. You can't do those. So you got to go Alt, take the edge off. Take the edge off, baby. You got to take the edge off, man. Everyone's got to take the edge off. I wonder where that came from. Take the edge off, right? All right, let's get back into Bitcoin. So I see an inverted head and shoulder. I see a diamond pattern on the 7-minute. We're getting oversold on the 7. The 7 is trying to maintain some type of market structure. I'm going to remove my moving averages for a second because I know it's difficult to see, and we're just going to look at price action, all right? Right now, you can see that we're in a bit of a up and down, kind of like a, I don't know, I feel like we left it. I feel like we were like tighter in here. But at the same time, I have to respect the fact that this just could be the wedge. Just making some type of wedge here. However, the 15-minute looks horrible, right? Right when I started to wake up, I woke up this morning, first thing I looked at was the 1. I said, wow, the 1 hour looks nice. You know what I mean? The 1 hour is looking like we could get a move. MACD turning, but the stochastics want to push us back up. RSI is in a decent spot for another push up. And I'm showing you this point of control. If the 1 hour could flip this point of control, it's going to gap up on the VRVP. Same idea. It's there on the 7 all the way to 26.42. So you can see this big level here, this red line, the POC. If we can just get above the POC, my gosh, we can get a bit of a move. And we're oversold. Now, if we were below the POC and the Stokes were high, I'd be far more, concerned about a nasty drop. So I looked at the 15, but the 15-minute was nastily curving to the downside. And I said to my trading group, this is why you really want to join a trading group. People say, but I know you, even if you knew more than me, even if you were a better trader than me, right? Say we live on a ship and you go to sleep, but I say I'm going to take the night shift and I'm going to stand watch. By being in a trading group, you're always watching. You always have someone watching price action. I am always watching. So right here at 8:23 this morning, right? I'm saying, look at the 15-minute Stokes. They're going to come down, right? And I say right there at the price of, Was it 26,609? I guess it's barely dropped, so, but we went to 25,986. The point of the story is the stochastics went from this line to this line, and we did get a move to the downside. It wasn't amazing. All right, I'm like, when I looked at the percentage, but, 50-minute short scalp possible here. Like, the most likely scenario was we were going to have further downside. Why? Stochastics were pointed down, okay? Learn how to use stochastics RSI. I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life, okay? So here's the deal. The 15-minute now resets. The 7-minute gets oversold. Can we get the bounce? This is a key area, all right? We also looked at BOOKMAP. BOOKMAP is a heat map order book, if you didn't know. And it shows us where the money is in cryptocurrency. It shows us where people are trying to buy Bitcoin on the exchanges, and specifically big-time orders. 1,420 Bitcoins at 25.5 is really all we have to go on today. If we zoom in tight, we see a little liquidity to the upside. Nothing amazing, all right? And you can see price action just dribbling in. Volume is just not as ferocious as normal. But BOOKMAP has been about 80. I'd say I got to give it about 90% accurate. And honestly, when it says we hit a level, we hit a level. This is telling us that there's going to be an order filled at 25.5, whether we like it or not. So again, it doesn't always happen. We did have orders down here, I bet 2.5 weeks ago, and we shot up to the upside. But then I remember one day we were here and there was just one red bar at 29.9. And I said, it's likely we go up, and we just shot up, we just crushed the short. So many people got squeezed. So just be careful when your price is here and there's big orders between you, like you say, I'm in a long and get in here. Just be careful. That's all. So BOOKMAP, gives me a little bit of concern. At the same time, if we can hold this trend line, now we expect to bounce right back to the upside. That's just kind of how it is. We got the buyback wick. If you really want to get crazy, you can look for divergence on the 1 minute. And look, there it is. It's like, I love when you know what you should see and you do see it. Like, I knew there would, I didn't know, but there was a high likelihood. I went to go find it. There it is. Swing down to swing down, all right? Look at that price action on Bitcoin. That's pretty strange. Even for the 1 minute. That's pretty weird. I gotta even remove the VRVP to see it. Like, what the heck is that? This is strange. It's pretty weird, I'll be honest. It's just like really lack of spread. Like very, 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 just lack of volume. Anyway, look how that volume, look how everything still plays out the way it's supposed to. Like in a grand scale, like if that was the 5 hour, 4 hour, the daily, this would be a huge pump, right? But it's just the 1 minute. But look, you get the divergence, you get the pump, but you got to break the previous high now, right? You got to get above this point of control. Break out of this weird flag. Look how weird that looks in the 1 hour, on the 1 minute, So here's the deal. Because we didn't break this trend line, which we should have, we had this whole stochastics to come down, and for some reason, the bulls were able to hold, right? And so I just said I expect to bounce. Look how quick we got the bounce on the 7 minute time frame here. If you're new to my channel, I go over Bitcoin every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. I started about 10:10 after the 10-minute countdown. Why a 10-minute countdown? Because I want you to get your mind right. I want you to get ready. Gives you 10 minutes. You sit at your computer, you see I'm coming. You anticipate, your mind begins to get into a subconscious state of learning. You change from like what, an alpha to beta, right? You realize you're going to be sitting for a second, and it gives you that time to begin to process what I'm going to teach. The 10-minute countdown is a subconscious beginning for you to begin to build your brain, so we can begin to build together for the next hour and 50 minutes. You know what I mean? There's a reason for everything that I do. I want to settle you. I want to build you. And I want you to become one of the greatest people on earth, because you are. Because each of us has the potential to be so amazing and to be unstoppable, all right? This 7 minute suggests that we get a nice pump to the upside here and that we begin the breakout of this inverted head and shoulder. Also, what I see here, all right, it's just what the 7 minute says. It may not happen, and I could be wrong. I was wrong the other day, right? But I see a bit of a right shoulder here for a pump. We just got to flip this point of control, and boom. We've already gone down to the value area lows, and we've come back to the point of control. Usually when you do that, you don't just revisit the area lows again. Usually you come back, it's like an explorer. You want to touch over here, you want to touch over there, you want to see it all. So there's a good chance we get this move out. The 1 hour's in our favor, remember that. I just didn't want to give the VOBs until the smaller time frames gave me the okay. So here's the deal. I mean, this is an inverted head and shoulder. I don't like to enter when the 15-minute isn't in my favor, but now we're starting to get more oversold. The 7-minute I have used for entries on the 1 hour time frame. And many times if I time it somewhat correctly, you know, like if I buy low stochastics turning on a bounce on a low trend line, I can get the 1 hour low. What I mean is like that can possibly be the low on the 1 hour too, you know. Anyway, so here's our entry, all right? And I got to run. I teach class in about 10 minutes. I teach class in 10 minutes. Last minute, if you email cryptolifers@gmail right now, last minute, jump into class. $60 if you're not in the $60 if you're in the trading group, $100 if you're not. Email cryptolifers@gmail and spend the next 3 hours with me on a Zoom. I mean, if you like what you're getting right now, if you like the vibe, if you like the energy and the education, if you've watched me for a long time and you see the accuracy, but you still haven't taken the class, jump on in today, take the move, make it happen. What are you waiting for? You know what I mean? So there's a chance I could shave it to 277. Let me flip on the moving averages to see. Yeah, and they're getting tight too. Tight moving averages. Can you flip the one? You'll flip the 200 SMA and the point of control. You're oversold. There's just some bullishness here that makes me feel willing to take the trade. I don't have the time at the moment, but I will be setting this trade up. Stop loss at about 25,894, okay? And take profit at about 26,394 with an entry where we're at. I may get stopped out. It's a high likelihood we can come and double bottom here, but I'm just showing you what I see happening for the rest of the day. The 1 hour looks oversold, okay? We want to get a bit of a bounce. The 4 hours in our favor. I mean, all the smaller time frames want to rock and roll. Only thing that's kind of worrisome is the 22, but that can bend. So I'm going to go with what I see in front of me. And what I see in front of me is an oversold 7 in a falling wedge ready to break to the upside. Okay. And I'm just going to play the probabilities. These break up 68% of the time. That's all. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not reinventing the wheel. I'm not using my brain and thinking where Bitcoin's going to go. I have no idea where Bitcoin's going to go. I'm going to get stopped out or I'm going to get paid. One of two things are going to happen. Period. That's it. I'm going to risk less than I won yesterday. So if I do lose, I don't lose what I made yesterday. And if I win, I compound. Okay, and so there's the deal. This is what I see happening for Bitcoin into tonight. And I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. Every Saturday night, I do a Bitcoin show. So I'll be back tonight at 8 p.m. We'll have a blast, and we'll see if I was correct or if we're dumping to the downside. Do I see any bearish tones? Well, right now, I mean, we really have to stay here. What will negate this? Well, if we lose this trend line and start to drop and then make a bear flag, I would switch this entire idea and go short. Okay, so I'm not ever going to be committed 100% to anything, but when all the stochastics are as low as they are on multiple time frames, it tells me that the high likelihood that I can get this win is there. All right, the bearishness, kind of shoulder, shoulder, head, shoulder, shoulder. That's kind of a giant head and shoulder pattern that likely will break to that can break to the downside. So if we can't get this move, you know, what will happen is the 7 minute or the 1 hour will negate the whole thing. Say the 1 hour Stokes come up and they bend here and we just kind of roll over. And look, I have a resistance that needs to be, we have to break above. All right, resistance right here, locally, and right there at these two lines. So like we must break above 26.1 and we must break above 26,200 to remain bullish. What's keeping me interested is the VRVP point of control here. And if we can flip that, you know, and the fact that we've already kind of kissed these value area lows, can we come back up to the value area high? You know, there's a chance. Or do we have to serve it? You know, do we have to go down again? We went here, came back up. Can we go up? And it's also an inverted head and shoulder and a bit of a falling wedge. So I like the odds for me and the probability that I could get a bit of a win here. It is low volume on the weekend. So I would caution, if you made a lot of money this week, if you did well, I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing I say I do should be taken as financial advice. But me personally, if I did well, I wouldn't trade for the week. If I take this trade, I'm going to risk like $50 to gain 200. You know what I mean? Or to gain 150, or I'll risk like 70 to gain 210. Like the most I'll be able to lose on this trade is like $30 to $70. And the most I'll be able to win will be like between 150 and 300, right? So I'm going to grow a $300 account to $1,000. You know, I'm resetting myself back again. And so we're going to go from there. All right. And yeah. I love to trade. Where do I trade? On MEXC. All right. MEXC is the place to be. All right. MEXC.com, baby. MEXC.com. And I'll just show you the website here. If you want to join MEXC, we make it simple and easy. All right. I like to find the comments. Where's the comments? I've been able to see the comment here today. Shout out to Tony Rosas. Shout out to Zhao Me Dog. Shout out to Dennis Dong Suion. Shout out to Deadeye 313. Shout out to Crypto Clown World, my man. MEXC, register, invite. Thank you, GF Burke. And jump on into MEXC today. I'm telling you right now, it'll change your life. You'll be able to trade in a way you never thought possible. And they also make futures trading just like so much more interesting and easy to command. So I love everything about it. Yeah, jump in today. I'll put the links right here if you want to jump into MEXC and join the trading group. You know, join the trading group. We're always giving you hits, ideas. Last night I put out a call. I banged on it to the upside. And then the gains. Look at this. This is a testimonial. I stand by what I do. I'm proud to be your student. I learned almost everything here. Thanks for sharing your knowledge with us, watching all your live streams, learning supporter resistance, head and shoulders, measured moves, using SMA, bull and bear flag. I'm able to win crypto tournament. I won 24 days out of 25. Here's my results, my master. I hope that I made you proud. Thanks for spending your time for helping people and educate us. You're very kind-hearted, and God bless you. Look at this, man. And he just banged on him in the Royal Rumble leaderboard, like with proof on Gemini Exchange. My man. I won the trading tournament 6 days champion streak. So lucky to found you and learn from you. You are the real master. 92 more days to go. We'll make you proud. This dude, man. My man. And even he has a YouTube of it. And his YouTube channel is Gambit SG. The Gambit SG. And this is one of my students right here, man. And look, he's right there. He's number one on the ROI Rumble leaderboard, man. Banging on him. So, bang, bang, bang. Proud of you, man. The Gambit SG. All right. Yeah, so my system is screaming to enter along based on, so I just, even though it's the weekend, even though I don't want to do it, even though it doesn't make sense, I don't care. It's not about me. It's about the system. And I see a probability that could play out. I see a falling wedge that kind of broke out, made another falling wedge flag. I see an inverted head and shoulder. I see tight moving averages, right? So I'm ready to rock and roll, baby. I see the 7 minute and a falling wedge as well with this uptrend. And look, there's the 7. I mean, it did. This was about the boom. Look at that. It's a 7 minute scalp right there. That was possible if you're watching the channel. And that was my entry right there that I'm missing because I'm yapping. Anyway, I got to go. I got to teach class in 2 minutes. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. I can't wait to find out what happens to Bitcoin. Maybe it dumps and I'm wrong. And I show up tonight. Oh, maybe it pumps up huge. You never know. Probabilities are in our favor for a move to the upside, but who knows? I've only been doing this for, 10 years on TA and 15 years playing with different coins. But hey, I love each and every one of you, and may God bless you all. I'll see you tonight at 8 p.m.